Hello, my name is Raj. This is the first episode of my Let's Play series, starting with the Minecraft 1.18 Caves and Cliffs Update Part 2. This is a large update with changes to the terrain, caves, ores, and mountains, as you can see behind me. I thought it'd be nice to start fresh with a new series. Why don't we get right to it and see how I started? So here I am in my new world, in my fresh new world. So I picked a random seed. So it looks like right now I am in some kind of forest. So obviously I got to do the simple things right off the bat. I got to get some wood, I have to get some wool, and try to get a supply of food. And I'm just going to explore and see some of the new aspects of the 1.18 update. Well, that's interesting. There is a giant opening down to the caves. So I definitely don't want to go into the cave since I only have wooden tools at this point. I probably want to get some higher ground so I can survey the area around me. And here's a cow, so you know what that means. Sorry, cow. Get some sweet steaks out of that. And here's some pigs. There's one. So I gotta be careful. I don't want to get stuck in anything here, because now there's powdered snow in some of this area. So it looks like this is a grove. I thought it was a snowy slopes, but it is not. So let's keep looking around here. Maybe this area over here, I think that's a meadow. So let's look around a bit. So there are pumpkins over there. Sucks that I don't have elytra right now. But you can see stony shores, more stony shores. There's a lot of water here. Yeah, let's go over there. Why not check it out? And let's just grab as many resources as I can. I probably shouldn't because I don't want to overload my inventory, but pumpkins are very useful, so might as well grab some. So just picking up all the possible ores that I find on the surface. So ores are going to be way different in this update. I won't be able to branch mine like I used to because the ores don't overlap like they used to. So we got to pick up anything we find on the surface. And especially coal is going to be tricky because it will generate more higher up in the world. So more like this area on the stony shore or in mountains. So I really like this area here. I really got to find some wool though. Is that setting? Okay, that's setting. I've been just... Okay, there's sheep over there. Good. So I really got to get wool to get a bed because I am really vulnerable at this moment. Really easy to die at the beginning, so let's get through at least the first day without dying. That would be great. After that, well, it's me, so I'll probably die, you know, in doing the most basic thing. Okay, cool, sheepy baby. You know what I'm gonna do? Okay, 1. So I need, is it 3? Okay, 2. And 3. Don't run away from me. Okay, cool. There we go. Got through the first day without dying. That's pretty good. Yeah, I know. You want to eat my brains. Okay. Why am I using the wooden axe? Okay, there. So I am super low on my hunger bar already. I guess I shouldn't have sprinted everywhere, but I will get a furnace. I think I have enough food to last me a while, so... And I have an okay amount of coal. So I just gotta start setting some stuff up. Ah! Skeleton! Well, that was easy. Okay. So I just want to survey the area. So there's obviously forest here. I can see a grove. There might be peaks or that might just be a tree. But you can tell this is a grove because of the spruce trees and the snow covered. It feels like I'm pointing out a lot of biomes, but one of the big changes in this update was the biomes. So it's kind of important. I mean, right now I think I'm in a plains, which is weird because the plains used to be really flat, but it looks like I'm almost on a hill or a mountain and I'm still in the plains biome. But that's one of the changes in this update. So it looks like more plains over here. I believe there's ocean over there. So I have a specific idea for my base already, and part of it has to do with the terrain. So I want something that's on the side of a mountain. This area kind of looks good, but what I want is half of a mountain and then something that's a flat area that I can work with besides it. So basically half of my base will be near a mountain and then the other half will be partially in a mountain. So I'm probably just gonna have to set up here for now until I can get some stuff, but that's my long-term plans. Is a lot more building in this Let's Play than the previous one. So still got to get more food because I keep using food because I'm sprinting a lot. So there is some iron. I got to grab that. So I don't know how I ended up over here, but I am now in the grove that was off in the distance. So I want to check out because I think there's some frozen peaks up here. So I want to see what that looks like. Ah, powdered snow. Another powdered snow. Am I good? I'm still in powdered snow. Oh no. Wait, how's this work? Ah. Oh no, I'm in it again. Okay. How do I get out of this? There we go. So let's try to figure this out. So, normal snow, powdered snow, right? Nope, that's just normal snow. How do you tell the difference? So if I go up. Okay. Is there a way this works? I don't want to end up in more powdered snow again. I should also mention with powdered snow that it is obviously a trap block. You'll get the freezing effect and your health will slowly go down. So you definitely want to avoid getting stuck in the powdered snow, especially because you can't... Wow, this looks really cool. Huh. Let's look around. Okay. So there is frozen peaks, some groves, and some taiga. That looks really cool. And more forest over there. Ah, powdered snow again. Oh no. How do I get out? Yeah, I'm out. Whew, that stuff is tricky. Okay. More powdered snow. Wow, this thing is... Wow, these areas are really treacherous now. Oh, sweet berries. That's... why do I keep getting stuck in things? Okay, so... Sweet berries are great starter food. So once I actually set up my base, this will be a good thing to eat. Okay, so I'm going to get a boat since I might as well just travel along the rivers. So in this update, the rivers are also a lot wider. So definitely a good area to travel down now. And I just want to explore a bit. Okay, that's interesting. So I was exploring and there is a lush cave right here. And a giant lake. Curious to see what this looks like over here. So we have lush cave, a larger cave down there. Definitely don't want to go into the caves yet. I'm not prepared for that. And more stuff. What I really need right now is iron, but I just haven't come across that much yet. Well, anyways, let's go back to where I was. So it took me a while to get back to where the world spawn was. And I'm kind of been wandering around aimlessly, so I think it's time to set up a spot to start. And I think this is a good spot, close to the ocean, close to Frozen Peak, and there's some other stuff I can work with, forest, wood, etc. So I think this is a good spot, maybe except for the random holes in the ground. So check out my sweet base. I got my bed, my crafting table, my double chest, and not one but 2 furnaces. So I think the next thing I gotta do is get a stable source of food. So I have these sweet berries. which are great because they grow like crazy, and you don't have to do anything complicated. So I can just do a straight line here, and they will grow. So even though I have the sweet berries, I've also planted some sugar cane, my wheat seeds, and some pumpkin seeds. So I'm just gonna try to basically grow as much stuff as I can, because a lot of this stuff is useful down the road. Maybe not right now though. I was just exploring, trying to find some ores on the surface, and I found this, which it's up in the hill a bit, but it is a cheese cave, which is a large cave. So I might be able to grab a bunch of ores out of here. You can see there's copper, coal, there's some iron up here, there's more up there. So if I just explore in here, I mean, it's pretty safe. So I kind of freaked out because I saw a creeper when I was in the cheese cave, so I rushed back to my base and grabbed a bunch of gear. So I have a lot of torches. And one thing that's different in this update is that mobs now spawn in total darkness, so it has to be a light level of 0. So torches are way more useful than before. You don't have to spam as many. As long as there's some light, mobs can't spawn. The other thing I crafted was a chest plate, and I'm just going to use stone tools for now because I do not think that I will get diamonds yet or find diamond ore, because I am really high up in the world. So let's be careful and try to avoid any creepers or hostile mobs until I get some iron armor at least. Okay, so I'm screwed. I completely forgot about night. So there's a bunch of hostile mobs attacking me. I gotta get back to my base. Oh, this is bad. So I was able to escape back to my base. I got some more supplies and I'm back here. This is quite an area for the side of a mountain. So I should also mention that this is one of the 3 types of caves. The other ones are the spaghetti and the noodle cave. But this one's the most interesting because it has a huge amount of space in it, as you can see here. And there is water all over here. I should probably light this up if I'm going to be mining. Man, this thing is huge. It just keeps going. I'm really getting distracted by stuff, so I should remember my goal is to get iron. That is why I'm here. And there are zombies over here. Good. I got them to hit each other. There we go. Of course that would happen. Well, that's death number 1. So, I mean, I lost my iron, which sucks. But just gotta be more careful when I go back in there. So attempt number 2, let's see if I can get some iron. If I can get enough for some armor and gear. And then hopefully if I get that, I can go farther down into the caves. Because I really want to check that out, as that is probably one of the biggest changes in the game. Well, that looks like a really large aquifer that's in a cheese cave in a mountain, which is interesting. So this is probably pretty high up in the world. Okay, so I got 35 raw iron. I think that's enough to at least get a full set of armor and maybe some other stuff. But I have so much copper for some reason. Definitely seems like copper is really plentiful on the surface, so, or at least close to the surface. So I was able to get enough raw iron to be able to get all of my iron tools, my weapons, and my armor. I also have a sweet bucket of water. So I think I have enough supplies, and now I'm going to actually go further down into the caves and see if I can grab some diamonds and just explore a bit. Although I want to be as cautious as possible because it took me quite a while to get the iron. You gotta be super cautious, because there is a lot of hostile mobs down here. Just gotta keep lighting it up. So I think I'm gonna try a different tactic. So the cheese cave was high in the mountain, so I really wasn't moving that far down. So I'm gonna try a different spot near my base. Okay, this is really risky and it might not pay off at all, but I see deep slate down there and I want to get down there. There's water here. I see a lot of hostile mobs down there, so I want to be careful with this. And I'm gonna try to use this to get down there without dying. Okay, safely made it down here. So what level am I at? Negative 26. Okay, so I'm at negative. Oh, that's interesting. Diamonds right away. Okay, cool. And I just picked up a glow ink sac somehow. Okay, so let's see how many ores I can get out of this. 1. That's only 1. That sucks. But ores will definitely generate differently in this update than before. So the ores will be at different levels so they don't overlap. So I'm not going to be branch mining as much as I did before because it won't yield as much stuff now. Ooh, I'm in a bad spot here. Sweet berries are horrible, by the way. So this is really interesting. I was going through the caves and I see some smooth basalt, which means, yeah, calcite, more calcite, and you can see the amethyst. So that was a lot easier to find than last time. So I'll just have to mark this for when I want to set up a farm later. So I was walking through this cave. I'm trying to avoid those skeletons over here, but I found something interesting, which was a raw iron block. So what this means is, you can see there's iron here, there's tough blocks, more iron. They're not in blobs, so this is an iron vein. An iron ore vein specifically. So I'm not going to mine this out yet because I want a fortune pickaxe to get the most possible iron out of this. But I'm just going to mark this and I'll come back when I have some enchanted tools. So I'm just going through this cave and I find this mine shaft that's just floating because it's just wooden planks. So let's see if I can find the chest in here somewhere. So I've been doing a lot of mining and exploring the caves, and here's my haul. So you can see I have a good amount of redstone, copper. Copper is mostly from the surface, and there's 23 diamonds and some iron too. So basically, from going through the caves and stuff, it's pretty clear to me that you have to be careful at what level you're at. So if you want stuff like copper, iron, and coal, you want to be more towards the surface or in mountains. If you want diamonds, you got to be as close to bedrock as possible. But you can get a lot of the ores just from exploring the caves, which I've done here. This isn't from branch mining. I've been just exploring the caves and looking for any ores along the way. I thought I would give my opinions about the new cave system and mining in general, because before I was reading a lot about stuff, but now that I'm actually playing, I get a good feel for the actual mining and the ores and the caves. So these caves are huge. They go through a lot of terrain. You can see I'm in a cheese cave right here. I would say that the ores are a bit tricky because it's really easy to miss them because there's a lot of space that they go through. You can see there's gold, there is lapis lazuli, there's some redstone ore here. I mean, I've been finding diamonds in spots that I've gone through like 4 times because it's easy to miss. Also with the mobs, you definitely want to light stuff up. I would say you want to go through the caves pretty slowly because you don't want to attract too many mobs at the same time, especially right now because I have iron armor on. Also, there are a lot of structures that I've been finding. So here's the mine shaft I found. I also have found dungeons and some amethyst geodes. So because the caves cut through so much space, it is pretty easy to come across some structures. And you can see, like, I missed this diamond right here. So let's grab that, and hopefully it's more than just one. That's another thing, is most of the diamond ore I've been finding is only in blobs of 1 or 2. So I'm not really getting as much diamonds as maybe before. So it's definitely going to be trickier to find diamonds because you probably want to go closer to bedrock. I tried a little branch mining out of curiosity to see how that would work, but I did not get that much. I didn't get anything actually out of it, so you probably will just want to explore the caves and see if you can find some ores while you're going through. So next thing I gotta do is fix my so-called base. You can see everything's out in the open. Some creepers have come and blown up some stuff. I have way too many sweet berries planted here, and I haven't really worked on that stuff over there. So I'm just gonna move some stuff around and make it a little more defined, maybe build a little house, and maybe clear some stuff out and see if I can grab some mobs because there are some plains over there. So let's get started. So let's first grab all these sweet berries. So the reason why I have planks over this is because I don't walk into the sweet berries, which of course will reduce your health. So I'm going to still keep this kind of thing, but do it a little smaller and more organized into one spot. And I'm just going to take all this out. And you can see this place definitely attracts creepers. So I gotta light this area up a bit. And unfortunately, I'm probably just going to take all this stuff out, including the pumpkins, which kind of sucks, and the sugarcane. So that was pretty easy. I just destroyed everything. Now I think what I'm going to do is just try to level the terrain a bit, make it a little smoother so I can put some farms in. So before I do anything else, what I want to do is put some paths in just for a layout. So there is a cave right here that I like to go to. There's also one that's up over there. So I'm just going to have a path from there down to my base and over here also. So I've laid out the grass paths and expanded this out, smoothed the terrain a bit. So there's a grass path here. It leads up to the mountain over there. And I can basically mine for coal, iron, and emeralds up there. And there's another mine over there. There's the entrance right there with the oak logs. And that leads down to a diamond area that I can mine for. Well, at least not a diamond area, but the area that I would mine for diamonds. And then the rest is this path. And you can see I smoothed out this a bit. There was a weird lake over here and some weird holes. So I just moved everything back so I could have more space for farming. This hill kind of looks trippy for me, but it works. So now I got some space to work with. Now I can put in some pens for some mobs and then also put the farms in for the wheat and pumpkins. So I've set up all the farms here. You can see there's all the pens. So I'm going to try to find some sheep, some cows, and some pigs. There are the sweet berries over here. And then there are pumpkins. There are some, I believe this is potatoes, some beetroot in there, and wheat. And this is all for sugarcane. So I basically waterlogged it so I can just walk over it instead of falling into the water every time. So I think the next thing I got to do is fill these pens and find some cows, some sheep, and some pigs. So there is one cow, but I want to try to see if I can get two in one. Okay, there's several. Okay, this is good. And there's a sheep right there. Okay, so I found a bunch of sheep and cows. Let's see if we can get them all over here. Let's get them all to follow me. I think there's some more over here. Okay, almost got them there. They seem to get stuck on random stuff. Okay, cool. So I got, there we go. Okay, that was awkward. But I got all of the sheep and I got the cows in. And we'll see if I can find some pigs. I think I need either carrots or beetroots to get them. So there we go. We got 2 pigs in here also. I was expecting it to be a giant ordeal, but it was pretty easy getting all of these mobs in. I guess when you're in a forested area or near plains, it's pretty easy. So what do I do next? Oh yes, my starter house. So this is the outline of my starter house. So I'm just going to be using cobblestone, oak logs, stuff like that, just as a temporary build until I start my bigger base. So let's grab some supplies and get going. So I already started, did the first kind of level. Well, there's only going to be one level. So basically, it looks kind of cool from here. But I'm just going to add some more cobblestone and put a roof on. Maybe get rid of some trees around here. So I have finished my house. And to be honest, I really don't like it. So I am going to tear this thing down and start over again. And here is my starter house. So I needed a little bit of a break after I demolished it, and I decided to play around with it. I realized I had a lot of cobbled deepslate, which works well with the normal cobblestone. So at least there's a bit of a change. There's some depth with the pillars. I think the cobblestone and the deepslate cobblestone, or the cobbled deepslate, I think that's the exact word, works well together. The oak logs work well. I mean, there's a ton of oak around here, so it's easy to use. I have some overhangs, and I also used some oak fences for the windows. I think that looks pretty good. There's also some stairs right here to add more depth. I think this side looks the best. I might still play around with it a bit, but let's show you guys what it looks like inside. So you go in here, there's a little hallway, there's an alcove with the bed, And then you can see crafting tables, some furnaces, and a bunch of chests. I forgot what chests were called. So I'm probably going to add some more stuff in here, but I think that pretty much covers it. I did a lot, and this took quite a while to work on this episode. So for next episode, my plan is to work on enchantments and with diamond armor. So I've basically been mining just with a normal pickaxe, so I only get 1 diamond when I mine the diamond ore. So what I want to do is get a fortune pickaxe so that I can get some more diamonds and hopefully get a full set of armor and tools. And I can work on some enchantments to hopefully set up all the bookshelves. I think there might be a village nearby, so I might grab a villager to work on some of that stuff.